Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare here again on the 6th of April. It's a Saturday, and we're doing this special request about all the spot ETFs. So I'm joined, as usual, Psychic Medium remote viewer, Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Oh, great. Thank you.
Okay, we have a whole bunch of Bitcoin ETFs to do. These are ETFs that hold Bitcoin. So these are not futures and derivatives. These are holding actual Bitcoins. So this, I believe, was prompted by the IBIT one that we did a week or two or whenever it was ago, when we put Bitcoin and I think IBIT we put out to 2027. So the questioner here wants us to do exactly the same with all of these ETFs. So, Liz, you need to go. Right. We need to put out BlackRock down to June the 30th, 2027.
2027. Okay. Yeah. Now,
everything we do will be based on June 2027.
Okay. This is based upon quantum probabilities. Let me just preface this because, you know, I don't want people holding on to price points and all this stuff. This is the most likely outcome from where we are today. Now, June 2027 is quite the ways out, and that's great. This will give us an overview, but obviously this is something we will keep rechecking. So am I moving the shares out? Am I moving investing.com out? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, so we've got lots of we're not using investing.com. Unfortunately, it would have been easier to, but because we've got outstanding shares, we've really got to go to the site of the individual ETFs. So BlackRock.com, which is on your screen now, is showing the iShares Bitcoin Trust, which is IBIT.
Okay, so BlackRock.com. Okay, so June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
So let's have a look. So I'm going to just read the questions out. On a scale from 1 to 10, compared to the Bitcoin 2021 bull run, how well has IBIT spot ETF done since January 2024?
Okay, Mr. Shakespeare, you've completely thrown me. That is so unlike you. Okay, compared to Bitcoin in the...
Yeah, compared to Bitcoin in the 2021 bull run, on a scale to 1 to 10, how well has IBIT, the spot ETF, done since January 2024?
How well has the IBIT ETF done? It's 10 plus.
Wow. Then the follow-up question is, does the IBIT spot ETF still have shares outstanding in June 2024?
In June 2024.
Sorry, June 2027. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. June 2027. Based upon today's information, the most likely outcome. Does IBIT still have shares outstanding? That's a negative. No.
Right.
All the shares have been purchased. And I feel like most of them were purchased in 2025.
Right.
So
okay. I'm going to have to do this a little bit because Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to do exactly as he wants on this one, but we'll try. Okay. This is Grayscale ETF. So can you get a link with Grayscale, ETF.grayscale.com, please?
Grayscale.com. Okay, so grayscale.com, June 30th, 2024, June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
The same two questions. On a scale from 1 to 10, compared to the Bitcoin 2021 bull run, how well has the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF done on a scale of 1 to 10?
How well has the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF done on a scale of 1 to 10? Again, 10 plus, 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 plus.
All right. Okay. Second question. Does the Grayscale ETF still have shares outstanding in June 2027?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go through all of these and ask the same question, so we'll get this out of the way first. All right, now then, digital.fidelity.com. We're looking at the Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin ETF. So if you can put that out to June 2027.
Okay. So this is, what's the ticker here? I'm trying to find it.
BATS by the looks of it.
Oh, bats. Bats. Okay. Let's go fidelity.com. Let's go June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
Same question. On a scale from 1 to 10 compared to the Bitcoin 2021 bull run, how well has the Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin ETF done since January 2024?
Scale of 1 to 10 compared to Bitcoin in the last bull run 2021. Did bats do? So this doesn't score as high. I see what he's wanting us to do now. This is a 7.
Right.
And there are still shares outstanding.
Okay, that was going to be on the next question. Okay, good. All right. This is Bitwise. Ticker is BITB. So BitBetF. Oh, sorry. Hang on. BitBetF.com. BitBetF.com, please, Liz. Out to June 2027.
Oh my God. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Bet, whatever. Okay, let's go. June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
On a scale from 1 to 10 compared to the Bitcoin 2021 bull run, how well has the Bitwise fund, ticker BITB, done compared to since January 2024?
Bitcoin in the last bull run of 2024. Okay, this is not. This is a good exercise. This is not scoring as high. This is a 4.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Shares outstanding? Any?
Yes, a lot.
Right. Okay, moving on. We have now got 21shares.com. ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. So, Liz, can you grab 21shares.com, put it out to the end, June 2027?
Never heard of these. Okay, 21 shares. Okay, so June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. How well has ARKB, the ARC 21 shares Bitcoin. Oh, so okay, they're already giving me an answer. 3.
Ooh. And are the shares outstanding?
Yes.
Okay. Valkyrie, invest.com. ValkyrieInvest.com.
Okay, Valkyrie.
Invest.com.
June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, this is higher. It already knows what I'm going to ask. This is a 7.
Okay. And do they have any shares outstanding?
Yes, they do.
Okay. This one's Franklin Templeton.
Oh.
That's their Bitcoin ETF. The ticker is EZBC. EZBC. No, I put the American thing on for Z.
Thank you.
Welcome, man.
So let's go. Franklin Templeton, June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. How well has EZBC done compared to Bitcoin in the last bull run of 2021? This is a 5, and there are shares outstanding.
Okay. VanEck. VanEck Bitcoin Trust. So, Liz, VanEck.com out to June 2027, please.
Okay, VanEck, let's go. June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Compared to I want to say Matic. I'm saying you say Matic. Compared to Bitcoin in the last bull run of 2021, how well? So this is a 7. Are there shares outstanding? Not really. Not really.
All right. Okay. Invesco. So Invesco.com out to the same time. This is their Galaxy Bitcoin ETF. Ticker is BTCO.
Okay, Invesco. Let's go. June 30th, 2027. I don't know why I'm getting the giggles from this one. 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. BTCO, how well compared to Bitcoin on the last bull run on a scale of 1 to 10? This is more of a 9.
Ooh.
It's not as good as the others,
No.
and there are no shares outstanding.
Okay. WisdomTree.com, WisdomTree's Bitcoin Fund. BTCW is the ticker. Oh, is that the ticker or is that just the name? BTCW.NV. Well, yeah. Okay. So WisdomTree.com, Liz, out to June 27th.
Okay, so Wisdom Tree. Let's go June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. How well does BTCW do? Now, this is not scoring high. This is a 4.
And are the shares outstanding?
Yes.
Okay. And the last one is Hashdex. So hashdex-etf.com.
Okay. Hashdex. Let's go. June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Hashdex. The fund is ticker is DeFi. Okay. How well does this do on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to Bitcoin in the last bull run of 20? No, this is no good. This is a 3.
All right. Shares outstanding?
Yes. There's something wrong with this one.
Is there, as in it goes wrong, or it's been set up wrong, or
it feels mismanaged?
Right. Okay. Okay. Now then, there's a bunch of other questions here that are quite difficult to ask. How am I going to do this? So, can you actually, Liz, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of these funds. Is it possible you could group them all together and then I can ask as like a group question?
Yeah, that'll be fun. Of course. Yeah. So I'll do that. Let's group them all together. Mm-hmm.
And so the question is, of the ones that had 60 million or less shares outstanding on the 29th of March, do they perform better than those that had more than 60 million shares outstanding?
Okay. So the ones that have 60 million shares outstanding today, correct?
No, on the 29th of March. Well, we could do today. I mean, this was originally given to us, and the guy who did it must have been on the 29th of March. So we can do it today. Yeah, we can do it as of today's date. It's not a problem.
Okay.
So we want to know that the ones with less than 60 million shares outstanding, do they perform better than the ones that had more than 60 million shares outstanding?
Do they perform better than the ones that have 60 million shares outstanding? No, they do not.
Do they perform worse?
Much worse. Excuse me.
Right. That's interesting. Okay, next question. Keep them all grouped together.
Okay.
So the ones that have less than 60 million shares as of today, oh, sorry, Liz, we need to do that one. The way this is such a it's actually more complicated than you think. I mean, it's quite comprehensive, this. Personally, I just buy IBIT, but anyway. That's not financial advice, that's just me saying. Right, let's just do that one again, please. Sorry.
Okay.
Because I misread part of it. I didn't see the first little bit here that he's written. That's my bad, my fault. Right. Okay. I need you to have them all grouped together. Still.
Okay. I've got them all grouped.
And it's the same question, but you've got to be out in June 2027 to answer this still. All right. And the question is, do the Bitcoin spot ETFs that had less than 60 million shares outstanding as of today, which is the 6th of April, 2024, did they perform better than those who had more than 60 million shares outstanding? And I'm asking you this in June 2027. So I get it.
So the ones that have I'm sorry, I'm so confused. Okay, so the ones that have less than 60 million shares outstanding right this second, did they perform Better, much better. Yes, they are phenomenal.
Right. So they perform better than those that had more than 60 million shares outstanding. Yeah.
Yes.
Now that kind of makes sense, because people are going for them and the shares are being, the shares outstanding are being gobbled up. Okay. Right. Now let's try the same question. You're still out in June 2027. Okay. So do these Bitcoin spot ETFs that had less than 60 million shares outstanding as of today, right now, trade at a premium of at least 20% above real spot, or is it 20, or is it 30, is it 40 or 50, or what is it?
I'm totally lost. Repeat that for me.
Okay. So the spot ETFs that have less than 60 million shares outstanding as of today, in June 2027, are those ones, so in other words, the top performers, are they trading at a premium of what percentage above real spot? Is it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or not anything? So in other words, are people paying a premium in 2027 in the best ETFs to be in them?
Are people paying a premium in 2027? See, that's a flawed question
Right.
because we're always paying a premium, right? Now, at
Okay,
$40
all right, but
a
is the
share,
premium, is it measurable? Is it 20%, 30%, 5%, 2%? I
ah,
mean,
you mean from today? Okay, wake up, Liz. Slap my face. Gotcha. Okay, compared to today in 2024, how many X has it gone up? It's gone up over 10X.
no, 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 no,
No,
that's not, no. I
no.
don't think you can answer this question. I don't know if you can answer this question, because there's two parts to it, and we haven't answered the other part. We haven't asked the other part. To know whether there's a premium, we've got to know what the spot is in 2027, and then see what the net asset value of these things is to find out what they're trading as. Personally, I don't think they will be trading at much above a massive premium because they're price trackers. These things are tracking the price. So if the price goes down, the price of these will go down. But as the price is generally rising of Bitcoin, as we've discovered over the next, 2, 3 years, these will go up in value. But will they ever be 40 or 50% above? I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know. How would we find that out? Let's find out on one. Let's find out on black. And okay, let's find out on black. Right. So the two that scored the highest are Grays, which is not surprising, and BlackRock, which is also not surprising. And we've probed BlackRock out many times. Well, a few already. So we'll do the Grayscale one. Let's just pick on this one, Liz, and use this as indicative of what we're doing, because we'll literally be here all week otherwise. So if you can grab etf.grayscale.com and keep it out, we should be out in June 2027.
Okay, so June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
What
would you like to know?
What price premium are they currently at compared to Bitcoin? Bitcoin spot price as of today in 2027.
So what price are they compared to Bitcoin?
No, what price premium are they? It's difficult because we're buying shares that reflect, at the end of the day, you're buying shares in these ETFs, and they go up and down depending on the relationship, with the price of Bitcoin. but one share does not equal the price. You have to do all the calculations to work it out. Just pause this for a minute, please.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on this, Liz. Still recommend you release this one public, but I'm going to have to deep dive this a little bit more. And we will, in another week or so, we'll do a different kind of thing. But one thing I have discovered is that we need to pay very close attention to this on the CME group. So Commodity Mercantile Exchange Group have what they call a Bitcoin reference rate. And that's what everybody is going to be looking at. So it doesn't matter what it says on CoinGecko or anywhere else. This is what they're going to use as the reference rate. So, Liz, if you can grab the CME group, please, markets, cryptocurrencies, what's on your screen now, and see the reference rate, which looks like it's got a ticker symbol of BRR, is that? Yeah.
What is the reference rate?
Well, there has to be a standardized rate that they're going to use, which might not necessarily be the spot price. It might be somewhere near it. But it's like an index. I mean, if you go on investing.com and things like that, they have slightly different rates for everything, and it's used as a benchmark, as an index. Well, for these ETFs, it looks like they're going to use the CME Group's reference rate for Bitcoin. I notice they've already got one for Ethereum as well. Interesting. So I think what we need to do, Liz, is grab the CME Group and put it out to June the 30th, 2027, please.
Okay. Just tell me what I'm doing. June 30th, 2027, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay, so we've got the reference rate today at 67,900. But on June the 30th, 2027, is it higher or lower than 200,000?
Higher.
Is it higher or lower than 250,000?
Higher.
Is it higher or lower than 275,000?
Lower.
So around 260, 270?
265.
265. All right. Okay, holding the reference thing there. Let's just go back. I'm actually going to use iShare, IBIT anyway. You see, this is the benchmark index. This is what I've just noticed. Right. So the net asset value of the fund on the 30th of June, 2027. Is it higher or lower than 100? That's billion, 100 billion. Currently, it's 17.5 billion.
And what is this?
So this is the net assets of the fund. What is this fund? What is it worth? At the moment, it's saying it's worth 17.5 billion. And I'm asking if it's higher or lower than 100 billion on June the 30th, 2027.
It's higher.
Is it higher than 120 billion?
Is it higher than 120 billion? A bit. Is it higher than 100? Yes, it's higher.
150?
No.
140?
About that.
Right. Okay, now we're looking at the shares outstanding, which currently are 455 million. How many shares are outstanding now? Is it less than 40 million?
Is it less than 40? Way less. Yeah.
Is it less than 4 million?
Higher.
5 million?
No.
Four and a half
It's between
million.
4 and 5.
Right, so that's pretty much sold out. Okay.
And I feel those are just like daily trades,
Right.
right? I feel like those are the what's outstanding. I feel, on the day, I feel like it's a heavily traded fund.
Yeah.
So you're going to have your day traders in, right? And they're going to be buying and selling and doing things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's give you one other thing to work out. So currently, the net asset value, the share price, in other words, today is $38.60.
Mm-hmm.
On the 30th of June 2027, is it higher or lower than $2,500?
Lower.
Oh, $2,200?
It may be around that point.
22, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Nah, fluctuates.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, does that correlate to the shares outstanding? I mean, I don't even know how you calculate that.
Well, no, it doesn't. That's why I'm going to have to look into this more. So, for example, if it for let's have a look. So, if the net asset value of the fund is 140 billion, yeah, and there's 4.5 million shares outstanding, then that gives a price of 3,111 as you divide one into another. But are you saying it's down to 200? So that means there's either the fund isn't worth as much or there's more shares outstanding. There has to be, there's a correlation between all of this, which I'm going to have to deep dive into because at the end of the day, it's just math. So I've got to have to sit there and get my calculator out and get a spreadsheet out and start working these out. I'll use iShares Bitcoin Trust. Oh, sorry, I'll use IBIT because it's, that or Grayscale are the best by the looks of it. So, I'll use this. This is, and everybody that's interested in these can look at the other ones and go, well, do I really want to be in 21 shares? Yes or no? Do I want to be in this? Do I want to be in that? And let them decide accordingly. There has to be, I'm going to have to build like some kind of spreadsheet matrix to work all these out and see if we can, get it right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm very confused now.
Yeah. Yeah. But I want to be able to reverse work it so that at the moment I've got to get the correlation right. So it's just stuff I've got to have to say. I've not looked at it at all, really. I had a quick look at, I mean, we know now to get currently now, right? To get this price here, this price of $38.60, okay, which is correct as of April 5th. Okay, the way you do it is you get the net asset value of the fund, which is this 17.5 billion, and you divide it by the shares outstanding, and you divide that into that, and you get that price there. Okay. So what we're expecting to happen is that this will go up and up and up, and this will go down and down and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we with basket amount now? Hang on, 228 daily volume. See, there's a lot of people that are trading in and out of this because it's an ETF. It's a tradable thing. I mean, that's the point. It's a lot quicker to trade in and out of than Bitcoin itself.
Okay. That's what I was getting.
Mm.
That those 4 or 5 million, which is a lot of trading if there's 4 to 5 million shares and they're going back and forth.
Hmm.
So there is some room to maneuver. There will be some capability. Actually, what's coming through is when this fund starts getting very expensive, they
Mm-hmm.
start another fund.
Right.
And I feel like it will be a combination of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because you don't want to price a fund too high, right? Where the fund people can't afford to buy into it. That's no good.
Right. Well,
Uh,
we're gonna have a share price of somewhere. I mean, as okay, we'll look into this more, but broadly speaking, 2 to 3 grand is what it's going to be for one share.
yeah,
Now,
at least a grand. But even if it's just a grand from a
uh,
$40 share price, I mean that's quite good.
it'll be way above that because of the Bitcoin price that's gone up so much. I need to sit and I need to work out the correlation. I'll try and work it out. I won't do it for every ETF. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can base a model based on this one, and then we see if we can transpose it into the other ones. So, a bit of homework for Mr. Shakespeare.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, this definitely needs a lot of work looking into it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going up. So the choice is, do you want to get in now or do
Yeah,
you want to wait and FOMO in with the
yeah.
rest of the crowd? That's what will drive the price up is when everybody's FOMOing in. Oh, Bitcoin's going up. I need a piece of that. Let me hurry up and buy in. Oh, that's what happens. That's good for people like us because we've already got our bags, right? We're sitting there and the price is increasing. When people are FOMOing in because it's a bull run, and they want a piece of the action. People are making money. What they don't realize is that the people that are making money have been in here for a long time.
Yeah.
But all they're doing is they're seeing the hype. They wanted to be a billionaire. They wanted to be a billionaire yesterday. And they run in. This is you think I'm making this up, Mr. Shakespeare. I swear to God, people actually remortgage their homes to FOMO in. I
Mm.
swear, do you know how many readings I've done where people have remortgaged their homes and FOMO'd? And then what happens? We've all made the money, they're left, right? So
Mm.
at that point, we can choose to sell, and you should always take some profit somewhere along the line, or or you sit there holding it. Now this is a long-term thing, unlike crypto, the other cryptos, like you were having a discussion about it prior to we starting the recording today, and you were saying there's a lot of coins out there that are just dead coins.
Yeah.
This is certainly not a dead coin.
No. Just things people should be aware of if they haven't worked it out themselves yet. You buy Bitcoin today, you put $1,000 in a Bitcoin or whatever, and you hold it, and based on quantum probabilities, if the price turns out to be $265, $265,000 at the end of June in 2027, that's a 3.9x on your money, 4x if you like.
Hmm.
But if you put $1,000 into iShares, into IBIT, and we go at the lower number of 2,200 that you just gave as a cost of the share, that's a 57x. So you want to
So
know? So you want to know why everybody's going to be buying into these funds? So it means that at the moment the shares are massively undervalued.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it goes to $2,000 from where it is now at $40. It's a 57X.
No, I did. Sorry, I did $2,200, which is what you
Okay.
said. Yeah. So, and then I divided that by 38.60. So that's a 57X approximately.
Okay. Well, this isn't financial advice. You should seek from a financial professional. But my personal strategy is I have accounts for my kids. Okay. You all know that. On the Discord, I talk about it. I actually am just planning to, I've got them some shares. IBIT. They're young. I'm gonna let it sit there hopefully for 30, 40 years. That's what I'm thinking of. So let me do this. Let me go, let's move IBIT out 30 years. Now I know this is a long way off, right? And anything can happen. But let's go June 30th, 2054, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Is the IBIT fund still in existence? Yes, it is. And how much is it per share? Is it over $10,000? Higher? Ask me, Mr. Shakespeare.
$12,000.
Much higher.
$15,000.
Higher.
$20,000.
Higher.
$30,000.
Higher.
Jeez. $40,000.
Higher.
$50,000.
At least.
Wow. Well, let's have a little look then at the net asset of the fund. Is it over 400 billion?
Higher.
500 billion?
Higher.
600 billion?
Much higher. It's in the trillions.
Jesus Christ. In the Really?
Over a trillion.
How many? 3?
At least a trillion.
Oh, 1 trillion. Okay.
If not more.
Okay, well let's just do this then. Let's grab the
So
CM.
the total assets of the fund, that will keep rising, won't it, with the price?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So let's grab the CME group, please, and put them out to 2054 June.
We're gonna have fun with this. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So CME group.
They still around?
They are.
What's the Bitcoin?
June 30th, 20, what is it, 2054, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know?
What's the Bitcoin reference rate? Is it higher or lower than 500 grand?
It's higher.
Is it higher or lower than 1 million?
Higher.
2 million?
Higher.
3 million?
Higher.
5 million?
It's just under 5.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's generational wealth, isn't it?
Exactly. Which is why that's what I'm planning to do, right? $40 a share. My kids don't know. They don't care. They can't pull on these funds until they retire, right? Hopefully that's when they'll pull on those funds. That is 45, 50 years away from now. If they choose to retire at the normal retirement age. By the way, what just came through is the normal retirement age at that 2054 mark is in your 70s.
Wow.
They've pushed it up to about 72 years old.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people have to medically retire prior to that, and they're on their own. That's the only way they can make Social Security still, a benefit for people.
Yeah.
They push it out to 72 years of age. Wow. So, people have to take this information and they have to work with it, right?
Yeah.
I am so tired of the emails. Oh, Liz, doom and gloom. Hello. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as, okay, this is a possibility, a very strong possibility. How do I best prepare myself for this strong possibility? So with my kids' accounts, I'm looking that far out in the future. And it looks like it's going to go, sky high. And hopefully they'll never sell their shares. Hopefully they'll just pass their shares on. Bitcoin's not going away.
No.
Not now. Not now they've managed to find a way to regulate it. And eventually the ETFs will hold most of all the Bitcoin, apart from, some diehards. And then a majority, look what that does, a majority of the Bitcoin ends up being regulated, like 90 something percent.
Yeah.
So it's only a very small few holders that are outside of the realms of regulation. Everything else will be regulated. And this is how they're doing it. I said, there's heavy regulation coming. I didn't know how. I didn't know why. I wasn't sure how they were going to pull it off. And this is how they're pulling it off.
Right.
And as long as they're buying up all the Bitcoin, it's all regulated. Then it all falls under the guidelines of the SEC. And don't forget, we said this before, as Europe starts to come online, as the rest of the world starts to come online, they're going to buy theirs up as well. So that's going to drive the price up. Then you're going to have the FOMO people, right? Don't be a FOMO. You're going to have the FOMO people. Now they're driving the price up. It's just, we've all been waiting for so long.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Well, we'll revisit this again. Thank you so much, Mr. Shakespeare. And thank you to Fred on the Discord who posted all these questions. So good job. All right, we'll stop this one here.